Alrighty, how's it going, YouTube? Right in front of me, this is the FenSens, and it's a camera for live viewing, which is a wireless setup, but you do not have to do any clippings, any hard wiring, anything like that. It's a solar-powered HD camera that connects to an app on your phone, and I'm excited to showcase this. This is something that older vehicles will need. As always, I'm going to unbox, give you my impressions, and showcase how it's installed and used. Right away, you get the manual, the 3 easy step installation, a little pull tab here. This is the controller to turn on the app, the hardware, and the wireless solar charging frame here. Now looking around it real quick, just before I give you the rest of the stuff. The micro USB is to charge the mounting hardware that will be replacing your stock dealership license plate frame, and a couple of tools to install the hardware. On the frame, we have a USB plug-in, which has a thick rubber seal. It is of a hard plastic, definitely a solid piece. Obviously, the front here is a solar panel, so this is where we're going to get the direct sun to recharge the battery that's also inside of here, which will give you up to 5 months of internal battery. On the back, you can see the clips, some information, and there's also rubber. It's not going to be plastic on metal or plastic on plastic. It's a little rubber, so no vibrations could be rattling around in case your car is rattly. It doesn't feel hollow. It's actually pretty heavy for being plastic. And of course, if we flop right over to the camera side, the camera is a 1080p. There's a little button right on top right here that I can feel that presses in. That's how we're going to connect or turn on this device to the application, and we're going to install it on a car that has never had a backup camera. Okay, so obviously the instructions are very easy. You can scan this QR code with your Android or iPhone. So as soon as you bring it up to this QR code, you're going to get a little top thing here. You can click onto it. FenSens sensor backup camera. We're going to press get. And once you've signed in, this is what the front page looks like. So this is the box we came with. We can either install it from the front or in the back. So we're going to do it on the back and press next. So now it's telling us to measure how far it is away from the car. I don't know because I'm not next to my car. You can skip it though. But press next and turn FenSens on. Press and hold. And there's a blue light indication there. And right here on the app, we see LP, whatever it's going to go. Instead of connecting to your home network. Okay, so we're going to see type S 1080p buck 3. No connection is showing. So we're going to go continue. Once you get through that process, you're going to see camera successfully added. Tap on the camera to start. So we're going to click on the camera itself. We're going to join this network. So now that this camera is connected, we should start seeing the camera start popping up. And now I can see myself there. On landscape mode, you can see that there's also car lines. We don't have the parking. We have the camera. This is what we have. You can buy sensors if you want it for the front. It's a simple, letting me see. And this is straight out of the box. They do want you to charge this for at least 2 to 3 hours fully before you take it out and put it to use. But it does have enough juice, obviously, to test it right here. How about do the tap button? Now, the reason why this tab is there is because it blocks the battery from turning on. So now the metal is touching the turn on. Now, I did have to read the instructions here to make sure that I use the tap button correctly. In the settings, we're going to go to manage devices and go to tap buttons. And tap buttons, we see add button. Try and press it by 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it did show up. And once you connect to it, you're going to see Fence wants to connect. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so now all I have to do is tap on this button here. And we see tap button has been pressed. Tap to open the app. If the phone is off, it's going to come as a notification. So if I tap it, my phone will receive a notification and I will tap on it and it will automatically launch it right away once you stick this onto your dash. All right, so let's go take this to the car. Moving on to the installation process. Depending on your last license plate, just take off your screws and maybe hang on to them because like mine, I did not have to use the screws that were included. Or the tools, because most likely different cars are using different screws. But it's nice to know that you have tools and extra screws in case you need them. Now I ended up taking all the screws off, but you do not need to. Just leave the bottom ones on, as there is a notch cut out for the heads of the screws. Yes, the old screws are old, I can replace them later, but as we can see, the camera is nice and centered. Now for the tap button, pick a location that you prefer, and then once you have it, you can tap on it and it will launch the app, which is a notification, and it will launch the viewfinder in the camera. As we can see, it's a very sunny day with the sun glaring right into the lens, but it's doing very good. The colors are nice, and it is a little bit stuttery there, but you can still see what you're doing. It does have like around a 1 second delay, so make sure you give yourself enough time for that. But I'm just showing you here what it looks like as I'm driving around, which is a nice convenient thing, but it does not record internally, so you'd have to use like a screen recorder app to save stuff in case you needed that. But that's not the point of this backup camera. It is just a backup camera. That's the sole purpose for it. You're going to use it for a couple of seconds just to park yourself, not end up hitting anything. So if you want something to record, then you're going to have to install a dash cam, which this shouldn't be the reason you'd buy it. It's for a quick backup camera to use just like any other car that has it internally, where you just want to use it to back up and park. And yes, you can use it portrait mode if you don't have it landscape, and obviously I'm on a magnetic phone mount here, which is very convenient. If you would like to use that, I'll link it also below. And yes, I did find it pretty cool and useful. And if it does seem like it's off, there is little extra clips that it came with in case the camera needs to point up or down more. You can adjust or put something in the back to angle the camera a little bit better. But again, this is just out of the box experience. I didn't really configure it perfectly, but if this is what is working right out of the box, then it should be a lot better once you have it set up correctly for your car or truck, whatever you're going to use it for. And this is what it looks like at nighttime. This is a very yellow street, so that's why it looks that way. I'll show you here when it's not looking yellow. So here we are in a better lit parking lot, and again, a little stuttery, but you can still see it. I am fast forwarding a little bit, and even though I'm driving around, you can see the quality behind it. It's a nice camera. Me driving around, which is not going to be something you do or use this for, because with this FenSens, it's for a backup camera only, and it does have parking sensors that you can install. So yeah, if you want one for yourself, you already know what to do. Find the description down below, and as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Later.